Hi there, in this video I'm going to show you what's new in version 0.42 desktop for Anytype. And actually, since it was released on August 1st, there's already been a smaller update. I'm actually recording on a Mac with version 0.42.3. The newest feature is a spaces sidebar. If you have more than one space, you'll see other ones right below it, along with this Anytype experience gallery where they have pre-made templates for you. And then you can add a new space right here. And then at the very bottom, there is the settings icon. Now, if you want to hide this panel because it's taking up too much area, you can do it in two ways. One is right here. If you right click on this icon, you can set it to only widgets, and that will hide the spaces sidebar completely. Just know that down here, you don't have that avatar profile icon anymore. If you want to access the settings and you have the spaces sidebar hidden, you'll need to go up here to your text menu of your app and choose settings. And now there are two different settings here. Vault is the account level settings, and that's the one that you want for the preferences. And then down here at the bottom is the sidebar mode, where you can change it from only widgets back to spaces and widgets. And they split out the preferences here too. This one is just editor. It's got options. I really like opening objects in full screen and having your links show up in a box instead of just text. You can set in app appearance the automatically show and hide sidebar, and this one, if you turn it on, it's going to have the animation feature where if you do that, it will disappear. And then you can hide the menu here. Let me go back to only widgets. Another new feature is right here. If you click on the green dot, it's your sync status. Right now, this is P2P, stands for peer-to-peer. That's if you're using a local connection, like physically in the same space, your computers or devices are connected. I don't have that. I just have the connection to the AnySync and Anytype network, and it is on right now. And then this will show you the status of your files, whether they're being uploaded and synchronized to the backup on the AnySync network. Then we have new widgets. Over here in the widgets area, you can right click and you'll see that there's a new view here. It's called view under view. The default is usually this one, compact list. When you change it to view, you'll see you have options, and these options will only show up if you already set them over here. The way to add a new view is to click here, and then you'll see that you can choose from all the different layouts, right? Kanban is like a grouping of, depends on what group you want to have in the different columns. And let's look at that on this side, the Kanban view. You can see we have an uncategorized here, and then it's grouped by these icons, the money icons, and you can see them under here. You can't drag the object from here to here. This is just a view only mode. If we go back here, if like say I want to change it, let's move this over to the two bags. You can see that now it shows up under here, but you can't drag it from this sidebar. You have to do it here in this screen. The other view that's new is the calendar view. This is really nice if you just want to add an object on a specific date. Say I click here, let's look at the calendar view. I've got two things here, and actually let's go up here to see how I do this. Under calendar, it is by last modified date. You can put creation date if you want, and that way if I create today, let's go back to business ideas. You'll see new page is listed here under this date, and if I click on it, you'll see it here, right? This is a nice view to have for any of the collections or sets. The next feature is Inline LaTeX. LaTeX is like a typesetting format. It is already available as a block. You can choose here from the different templates that show up, and if you do that, it will show up, but it's in its own little area, like you can't type else here. When they say inline, it means that you can write on the same line with that special typesetting. Let's try like this for equation a equals x. Let's do to the third power and then end it with a $sign. And you can see that when I click down here, it shows up in like this mathematical formula notation. Let's get to quality of life options. One thing that's new, if you click over here on the 3 dots, there is now an option to add directly to a collection. This wasn't here in the menu before. And then if you want to share Anytype, there is a new link down here. You can just copy the link if you want to send it directly in an email or another document. Let's take a look at photography service because I have a table here. We've got text here, and if you ever click on the text and you have a table below it, you can now jump into the table just using the arrow keys, and you can exit the table with the arrow key. That's a nice feature if you're used to just using the keyboard for that. This one has a link, and previously if you had your here and you start typing, it would be underlined and part of the actual link, but now you can actually start typing and it will not be part of this clickable link. Another thing that they improved was if you're using the shortcut Command A to select everything on a page, it used to include the title of your object, but now you can see it just includes everything else that's on the page. It does not include the title that's up here. Here you'll see a number now next to your favorites widget, and if you expand it right here, you can't move things around. You do have to click on the title of favorites, and then you'll see that you can rearrange the order of your favorites in this widget.